Hi everyone. So today for math we are doing our next math lesson. Sorry, I don't know why it skipped ahead. There we go. So we're skipping to 11.4, and this lesson is all about joining and separating angles. So we're going to try this together, where we're going to find the measure of an angle by adding smaller angles together that are within that angle we're trying to find. So in this example, we're going to try to find the measure of angle PQ. Oops, I put R, I meant T. Angle PQT. So I'll have to go back and change that. By adding these two smaller angles within it. So I can add 43 degrees plus 37 degrees, and that would give me the measure of this entire angle, the PQT here. So let's try it out. Let's add 43 degrees plus 37 degrees. And you can do this on paper pencil that you have around. Maybe you could do it in your head. Pause this and figure it out. All right, so what is the measure of angle PQT? So I added 43 plus 37 equals 80. So that means the measure of angle PQT is 80 degrees. So I can join angles together to find a whole other angle. So I added these two small angles to get this whole big angle. Okay, so let's try it out. I want you to try right now. You can pause the video to solve it. You're given this problem right here. So you're finding the measure of angle A. So this is the whole angle, this obtuse angle right here. You can find it by adding the smaller angles within that angle. So this one, that's like the green line, represents 37 degrees. The blue line represents the 101 degrees. If you add these two together, you'll get a total of what A is. So go ahead and try 37 degrees plus 101 degrees and see what you get for angle A. All right, so you might have done it in your head. You might have been able to do it on paper pencil. Either way is fine as long as you got 138 degrees. So 37 plus 101 equals 138. So that means that angle A is equal to 138 degrees. All right, so now you can even find a part of a whole angle. If you're given the total amount of the whole angle, you're given a part of the angle, you can find the other part. So to do that, we're going to use subtraction. We're going to do 152 degrees minus out what's given, which is the 32 degrees, and after we subtract, whatever's left is going to be whatever angle A is. So go ahead and try that now. You can do 152, so that's this whole entire angle, minus out this little part, 32 degrees, and that's going to give us what we're trying to find, which is angle A, the blue line. So you can pause this and try it now. 152 minus 32. And let's see what we got. So you should have got 152 degrees minus 32 degrees equals 120 degrees. So we found that angle A, this blue dotted line, shows or represents 120 degrees. We were able to find this part of the whole by subtraction. All right, so what about if we have a whole circle? Because remember from some lessons back, way back, we talked about how a full circle is always exactly 360 degrees, right? So thinking about how all angles essentially are a small part of a circle. Okay, so if I want to find a part of a circle, I have to think of it as a full total amount of 360 degrees because that's a complete circle. So we're going to try to find the missing angle of this whole circle right here. And remember, keep in mind, this whole thing needs to equal 360 degrees. So I have a couple things that I do know. I know that angle ACB is 92 degrees. I also know that angle ACD is 180 degrees, which you'll also notice is a perfect straight line. That's also a really good clue when you're trying to find the other angles, if one of them is a perfect straight line. So we want to try to find the measure of angle BCD. I can find that measurement by adding these two known angles. What I do know, I can add those together, and then whatever I get, I can subtract from 360, which is the total degrees of the whole circle. So let's try it. First step is adding 92 degrees plus 180 degrees. Step 1, add those two together. Step 2 is going to be to then subtract whatever you get here as your answer, subtract that from 360. And that's going to give us the measure of angle BCD, which is what we're trying to find. So go ahead and try that now. If you want to pause this, you can use paper pencil to do some adding. Remember to regroup if you need to regroup. And let's see what we got. So 92 degrees plus 180 degrees equals 272 degrees. Okay, so now your next step is going to be to subtract this from the 360 degrees, which was the whole circle. And that's going to give you the measure of BCD, which is what we're trying to find. So go ahead and do 360 minus 272 if you haven't done that yet. Remember to regroup if you need to regroup. So like for example, you can't do 0 minus 2, right? So you have to regroup the 6, make it a 5, and all that good stuff. So make sure you do that. Okay. So now we found our answer. 360 degrees minus 272 degrees is equal to 88 degrees. So we found our answer is 88 degrees. Angle BCD is equal to 88 degrees. So that's pretty much it for today's lesson. The only other thing you might see on the exit slip too is it might give you a full circle with all of these numbers already filled in, and it says, tell me, the degrees of the whole circle. You guys know that a circle is always 360 degrees. So to check that, add these three together and you'd make sure that it should be equal exactly to 360 degrees. So keep that in mind when you see the exit slip. All right, so now what you're going to do is complete that exit slip. It's attached to this lesson. And then also don't forget, mandatory work is on Think Central. There's some questions on there to answer. Optional work, there's assignment on math games that you can try as well. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you turn in your assignments when they're done, and I'll be taking a look and leaving comments if necessary, and reach out if you have any questions about today's lesson.